They say every bride experiences a transformation on her wedding day. For Sara Martinez, that transformation started 3 days early, and it wasn't metaphorical. Let me take you back to the moment she realized her fairy tale was about to become a nightmare. 3:47 a.m. Sara's eyes snap open in the darkness. Her heart is hammering, not the normal racing of anxiety, but something primal, predatory. Her fiancé Derek sleeps peacefully beside her, completely unaware that the woman he's about to marry is changing into something that shouldn't exist. Sara's hand moves to her neck. Wet, sticky. When she pulls her fingers away, they're covered in blood. 3 parallel scratches, deep and fresh, run from her collarbone to her jaw. The nightmare she just woke from floods back in fragments, running through trees, the taste of raw meat in her mouth, the feeling of bones breaking and reshaping under her skin, the sound of her own voice, except it wasn't her voice, it was a howl. Her hands are shaking as she examines them and the pale moonlight streaming through the window. Under her fingernails, black dirt, and something else, something that looks disturbingly like fur. No, this can't be real. She stumbles to the bathroom, turns on the light, and stares at her reflection. At first, everything looks normal. Same dark hair, same olive skin, same sharp cheekbones that her mother always said would photograph beautifully in her wedding pictures. But then, her eyes catch the light. For just a split second, less than a heartbeat, they flash amber gold, like an animal's eyes reflecting in the dark. Sara grips the sink so hard the porcelain cracks under her fingers. The wedding is in 72 hours, 200 guests, a venue her and Derek waited 3 years to book, her grandmother's wedding dress altered to fit her perfectly, the flowers, the cake, the photographer, everything plans down to the last detail. There's just one problem. Sara is pretty sure that by the time she walks down that aisle, she won't be entirely human anymore. And the worst part? She has no idea how it happened or how to stop it. This is the story of how a woman's most important day became a choice between the man she loves and the monster she's becoming. This is the story of the Alpha Bride. Morning arrives at the cabin. Sara makes coffee with trembling hands. Derek enters, concerned about her nightmares, and suggests postponing the wedding, but Sara refuses. They've waited 3 years for this venue. Her phone buzzes, a text from her maid of honor, Maya. "We need to talk. Now. Don't tell Derek." Sara lies to Derek, saying it's just cold feet. When she kisses him goodbye, she catches his scent, overwhelming, intoxicating. Derek notices something different about her eyes. They look brighter. Sara lies again, claiming they're new contacts. Later, at a coffee shop, Sara meets Maya Chen, a 29-year-old scientist with a skeptical nature. Maya slides a folder across the table and tells Sara to stay calm. She reminds Sara about the camping trip last month, the bachelorette party where Sara got lost in the woods for 6 hours. Sara remembers nothing from those hours, but Maya found something at the campsite the next morning. She shows Sara a photo on her phone. Massive canine paw prints. Maya explains there haven't been wolves in this region for 50 years, and these tracks end exactly where Sara's footprints begin. Sara's coffee cup cracks in her grip. Hot liquid spills everywhere. Maya speaks carefully. "I'm saying the wedding isn't your only transformation happening this week." Sara refuses to listen. She stands abruptly, knocking over her chair, and storms out. In her car, Sara grips the steering wheel, breathing hard. Derek calls about the caterer. As he speaks, Sara's hearing amplifies dramatically. She can hear his heartbeat through the phone, the rustle of papers in his office, a conversation 3 rooms away. Overwhelmed, she hangs up. Staring at her reflection in the rearview mirror, her eyes flash gold again. This isn't real, she tells herself. This isn't happening. A knock on her window makes her jump. An elderly woman in her 70s with weathered features and knowing eyes stands there. The woman knows Sara is getting married on Saturday. The elderly woman delivers a chilling warning. "I know what you are, and if you go through with that wedding, you'll kill everyone you love." Sara tries to dismiss her, but the woman continues. 3 nights ago was the full moon. Sara was marked. By Saturday's new moon, the transformation completes. You'll be the Alpha. The woman explains, the Alpha chooses no one. She belongs to the pack. A wedding vow? That's a chain, and when you try to break free, blood follows. She presses Sara a business card in her hand and walks away. Sara looks at the card, just an address and a time. Tonight, midnight. That afternoon, Sara stands on a pedestal in a bridal shop, wearing her wedding dress. Her mother, Carmen, 55 years old, traditional and loving, adjusts the veil. The seamstress approaches with pins to fix the hem. She accidentally pricks Sara's ankle. A drop of blood wells up. Sara's vision tunnels. She hears heartbeats, everyone in the room thundering like war drums. The overwhelming sensory input causes her to panic. She tears off the veil and runs from the shop, leaving her confused mother behind. In the alley behind the shop, Sara collapses against a wall, gasping for air. Her fingers elongate for a moment, claws pushing through the skin, then snap back to normal. Terrified, she looks at the business card from the elderly woman and makes a decision. That night, Sara drives to an abandoned warehouse in the old industrial district. The elderly woman emerges from the shadows. Her name is Alina, and 40 years ago, she stood exactly where Sara is standing now. Alina is a werewolf, though she prefers the term lichen. She gestures toward the building, inviting Sara to meet her new family. Inside the warehouse, the space has been converted into a living area. A dozen people of various ages sit around a fire and a metal barrel. They all turn to look at Sara. Their eyes flash gold in unison. Alina explains, "This is your pack, or will be once the transformation completes." A young man named Lucas, 25 years old and intense, approaches skeptically. "You're the new Alpha. She doesn't look like much." Alina sits Sara down and explains everything. The curse passes through blood. That night in the woods, Sara was attacked, bitten. She survived, which means she was chosen. Sara's mind protected itself from the trauma, but her body remembers. Sara touches her shoulder. There's a scar there she'd attributed to thorns. When Sara asks about a cure, Lucas responds bitterly, "There's no cure, only acceptance." Elena reveals that Lucas lost someone. His wife tried to stay in the human world after her transformation. The pull was too strong. She tore out her husband's throat on their anniversary. Sara refuses to accept this fate. She loves Derek. They're getting married. But Elena warns her, "Then you'll kill him. The Alpha can't be bound to a human. The wolf will not allow it." Sara storms out. Lucas follows her to the parking lot. He tells her bluntly, "You think you're special, different. My wife said the same thing, right before she murdered 3 people. The wedding is a trigger. The vows, the intimacy, the binding, it'll unleash the wolf, and she won't distinguish between husband and prey." Sara drives away, tires screeching into the night. Sara arrives at Derek's apartment. He's working on wedding seating charts. She kisses him desperately and asks him to tell her he loves her. Confused but sincere, Derek responds, "I love you. What's going on?" Sara asks if he would run away with her right now, cancel everything. But Derek reminds her they have 200 guests arriving in 2 days. That's not what she asked, but he doesn't understand the real question. Derek takes Sara's hands and suggests they see a therapist. They don't have to figure this out alone. Sara agrees half-heartedly, but she knows it's too late for that. Later that night, Sara stares at herself in her bathroom mirror. She's been there for an hour. Maya calls with urgent news. Maya has been researching ancient texts, folklore, and medical journals. There might be a way to break the curse. The transformation isn't complete until the new moon. If they can disrupt the cycle before then, Sara might have a chance. Before Maya can explain the method, the line goes dead. Sara's door crashes open. Lucas and 2 other pack members enter. They've taken Maya to ensure she doesn't interfere. Lucas explains that Sara is a threat to the whole pack. If she's torn between worlds, weak and compromised, hunters will find them. Humans will discover them. Elena enters behind them, holding a syringe filled with silver liquid. It's silver nitrate, highly concentrated. It will accelerate the transformation. Sara will complete the change tonight instead of Saturday. The choice is clear. Transform now and lose Derek forever, or keep fighting, lose control at the altar, and slaughter everyone she loves. Sara looks at the syringe, at Lucas, at Alina. There has to be another way. Alina responds sadly. There isn't. I'm sorry. Lucas moves forward with the syringe. Sara's instincts kick in. She dodges with superhuman speed, grabs a chair, and hurls it at Lucas. He crashes into the wall. The other pack members circle her. Sara's eyes flash gold, claws extend. She's transforming partially without meaning to. She leaps through the window, shattering glass, and lands 3 stories down with impossible grace. She runs into the night. Sara breaks into Maya's apartment and finds her unconscious on the couch with a bump on her head, but alive. She wakes Maya, who explains that the pack took her research. But they missed one crucial paper. Maya reveals the truth. Sara has to kill the Alpha who marked her before the new moon. If she doesn't, she becomes one of them forever. Sara asks how to find them. Maya explains the connection goes both ways. On the new moon, Sara will be drawn to them. They'll be drawn to Sara. The new moon is tomorrow night, the wedding. Sara makes a decision. They'll set a trap at the venue, draw out whoever bit her. Maya asks if Sara can really kill someone. Sara looks at her hands as claws extend and retract. To save Derek? To have my life back? Yes. The wedding day arrives. The venue is stunning, decorated with white flowers everywhere. Guests arrive in their finest attire. Derek stands at the altar in his tuxedo, nervous but excited. In the bridal suite, Sara puts on her wedding dress, but underneath she wears a silver chain around her waist, forged from melted down silver jewelry. Maya helped her make it. Maya checks her phone. Motion sensors are set around the perimeter. If anyone from the pack shows up, they'll know. Derek knocks on the door, saying it's bad luck, but he needs to talk. Sara opens the door a crack. Derek tells her that whatever she's going through, they face it together. That's what marriage means. Sara tells him she loves him. They'll see each other at the altar. Sunset arrives. Guests are seated. A string quartet plays. Everything is perfect. Derek stands at the altar with his best man. Sara appears at the end of the aisle with her father. She's radiant. They begin the walk down the aisle. Sara's enhanced senses scan the crowd, searching for anything unusual. Heartbeats, scents, looking for the threat. Then she smells it. Wild, forest, predator. She stops walking. Her father looks confused. Sara's eyes find her in the crowd. Elena. The elderly woman smiles sadly, stands, and walks calmly toward the forest edge of the venue. Sara apologizes to her father and runs, in her wedding dress, towards Elena. Gasps erupt from the guests. Derek calls after her, but she doesn't stop. Sara catches up to Elena among the trees. She confronts her. It was you. You bit me that night. Elena turns to face her. I did. I needed a successor, an alpha to lead when I'm gone. Sara accuses her of ruining her life, but Elena sees it differently. She gave Sara a gift, power, strength, a family. Elena's form shifts, bones cracking and reshaping. She becomes a massive silver wolf. Sara's own transformation begins involuntarily. The silver chain around her waist burns her skin. Elena's voice echoes telepathically. Fight it and it only hurts more. Sara completes her transformation, becoming a golden wolf, even larger than Elena. They circle each other. Elena warns that Sara is strong but lacks experience. They clash in a brutal fight, wolves tumbling, snarling, fighting with primal fury. Behind them, Derek crashes through the underbrush, still in his tuxedo, calling Sara's name. Both wolves stop and turn toward him. Elena sees the opening and lunges at Derek. Sara reacts on pure instinct, intercepting Elena mid-air. They crash together in a violent collision. Sara's jaws find Elena's throat. Elena speaks telepathically. Do it. End this. Sara resists. There has to be another way. Elena responds with finality. There isn't, and you know it. Set yourself free, Alpha. Sara's jaws clamp down. Elena goes still. Sara releases her, shifting back to human form. She kneels in her torn wedding dress, covered in dirt and blood. Derek stands frozen, staring at the impossible scene before him. Sara speaks, her voice broken. Now you know. This is what I am. Derek asks how long she's known. 3 weeks since the camping trip. He asks why she didn't tell him. She was trying to protect him. Derek takes a step back. From what? The truth? Us? Sara explains she could have killed him, tonight, at the altar. She still might. Derek interrupts her, turning away with his hair in his hands. There's a long silence. The sound of the wedding continues faintly in the distance. People probably think this is just cold feet. Derek turns back. He asks the only question that matters. Do you still love me? Sara responds immediately. Yes. Derek makes his choice. Then we figure it out, together.
Sara tries to explain that he doesn't understand the curse, but Derek doesn't care about curses. He cares about her. The woman he fell in love with is still there, still her. Sara nods, tears streaming down her face. Derek extends his hand. Come back with me. We'll tell the guests food poisoning or something. We'll reschedule. And then we'll figure out how to make this work. Sara asks in disbelief. You'd still marry me, knowing what I am? Derek smiles. Sara, I'd marry you if you were a dragon, though admittedly that would make the honeymoon complicated. Despite everything, Sara laughs. Derek has never been more sure of anything in his life. Sara takes his hand. He pulls her up. Together they walk back toward the venue. 6 months have passed. Sara and Derek's new house. Morning in the kitchen. A more relaxed Sara makes breakfast. She wears a simple ring. They eloped 3 months ago. Small ceremony, just them. Derek enters and kisses her. He asks if the pack is still coming over tonight. Sara confirms, smiling. Lucas is bringing someone new, a new beta. Derek asks how Lucas is doing. Sara responds, better. He's letting go of the past, finally. Maya arrives through the back door carrying groceries. Sara teases her about using the front door like a normal person. They cook together, an easy rhythm of friendship. Derek shares an idea. What if they did a vow renewal? A proper wedding with their families, the pack, everyone together. Sara considers this. Under the full moon? Derek grins. Obviously. Sara transforms her eyes to gold, then back to normal. She's in complete control now. I think that sounds perfect, she says. She kisses him. Sara's voice narrates the final words. They say marriage changes you, transforms you into something new. For me, that was more literal than most. But here's what they don't tell you. The best transformations are the ones you choose and the ones you share.